Didn't do the finale. I always wanted to do that. Just anyway, next time. Good evening, graduates, guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Waterloo. My name is Ferden Hamdeloper. I have the honor of serving as president and vice chancellor of this fine university. And it's my privilege to welcome you to this evening's convocation ceremony. Before we start this evening's ceremony and tradition, it is important to reflect and acknowledge and pay respect to the elders, past and present, of the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. We are gathered today on their traditional territory as the University of Waterloo sits on the Haldimand Tract, the land promised to the Six Nations people along the Grand River. Now, if you please rise, while I invite Michael Klein to sing our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Michael, and please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chancellor of our university, Mr. Tom Jenkins, is usually the person who presides over our convocation ceremonies. Unfortunately, he is not with us this evening, and it's for a very good reason. The only reason that we will allow him to attend another convocation ceremony, because his son is also graduating from a different university. So I have the honor of acting in my capacity as Vice Chancellor, so I will fulfill his responsibilities as well as my own. But Mr. Jenkins sends his best wishes and congratulations to all of our graduates. I'm honored to join you in celebrating today's graduating class. Graduates, you have worked hard to achieve this milestone, and for that, you should be immensely proud. And by the looks of this packed gymnasium, looks like you have had some help to get here. Welcome, parents and friends. Your support makes all the difference in our students' successes, and for that, I sincerely thank you. To our honored graduates today, I'm constantly inspired by you. Your passion, your creativity, your curiosity, and your intellect will positively impact our world in countless ways as you help shape the future of University of Waterloo. Your contributions to our history and legacy are vast, as 200,000 fellow University of Waterloo alumni have done before you. I'm going to come back and talk about this number, 200,000. As graduates of SAF, you're very familiar with numbers, and we're going to do some exponential calculations later, okay? But keep that number in mind, 200,000, because one of you may be that number this evening. The University of Waterloo was established in 1957. And do you know how many students we had then? We started out with 73 students. This is your exponential calculation. And today, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe yesterday we did it, somebody became the 200,000th graduate of this university. We will hear this evening from a guest speaker who is actually not really a guest, but a very close associate of this university, a University of Waterloo alumnus and a member of our Board of Governors. We will then confer bachelor's and master's and the only doctoral degree. Finally, a medal will be awarded to a graduating student who has excelled in their studies. I am hoping, and you can hold me accountable, that we should not take more than 2 hours, okay? So the whole thing, I hope, will last less than 2 hours. In the meantime, however, please remain in your places until Convocation is adjourned and the academic procession has left the Convocation hall. As you celebrate your accomplishment today and move on into the next phase of your lives, know that you are a unique and important member of the University of Waterloo family. You will always belong here, and you're always welcome. Stay connected. Help us benefit from your generosity through your time, talent, and perhaps one day, even share your treasure. The direct translation of this, make a lot of money, come back and donate to the university, okay? It takes a whole university community to develop a graduating class. Be a part of this community going forward. We are proud of you, and we want to keep in touch. I hope and trust you will continue to benefit from the University of Waterloo's reputation, its reach, and most importantly, the relationship you have built here. Congratulations, class of 2018, and I look forward to seeing you crossing this stage. Thank you. Before I go back to my seat, it's my pleasure to invite James Barnett, Director of our School of Accounting and Finance, to the podium.
Vice Chancellor, I would like to welcome Upcar Aurora to Convocation. Upcar Aurora is the CEO of Purpose Capital Limited, an impact investment advisory firm that mobilizes all forms of capital to accelerate social progress. Prior to Purpose Capital, Upcar founded and led Illumina Partners, a boutique advisory firm that specialized in strategy, operations, M&A, and finance. During the past 30 years, through Illumina and in companies such as Onyx, Nortel, Trizec, and Olympia, New York, he has worked in a number of senior roles with some of Canada's most successful entrepreneurs. He has acquired, operated, and advised companies in Canada, the United States, Mexico, and Europe, and has completed more than $20 billion of mergers, acquisitions, restructurings, dispositions, and financing. He has experience working as an entrepreneurial business owner or advisor in organizations, small and large, domestic and international, private and public, for-profit and not-for-profit. Over the past 7 years, Upcar has channeled his energies to bringing innovative thinking informed by business experience to solve complex social and environmental issues, use business as a force for good, and fuel the movement of capital to impact investments, those designed to generate measurable, beneficial, social, and/or environmental impact along with a financial return. Since graduating from the first Master of Accounting class of the School of Accounting and Finance in 1985 and placing in the top 5 on his CA exams, Upkar has been deeply committed to the university, to the school, and to the education of our students. He currently serves on the University of Waterloo's Board of Governors, is chair of the school's advisory council, and teaches Success Beyond the Classroom, Conversations and Perspectives, a course he created in 2014. He has been a school fellowship honoree twice and the keynote speaker at our school's annual leadership dinner. In 2015, he received the Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award to recognize his significant contribution to the school and to the university. In addition to working with boards in his professional capacity, Upkar volunteers for organizations that strive to make our communities more vibrant in areas such as health, arts and culture, transportation and infrastructure, citizenship, and inclusion, such as Director of Metrolinx, Inc., Director of the Institute for Canadian Citizenship, Director of Why Not Theatre, Director on the Advisory Board of Intake Health, and past chair of the McMichael Canadian Art Collection. Upkar is an FCPA, FCA. He was awarded the profession's highest mark of distinction, the Fellow designation in 2017. He holds the ICDD designation from the Institute of Corporate Directors and is a BMW Foundation Global Responsible Leader. I now invite Upkar Aurora to the podium to address Convocation.
Vice Chancellor Ferritin Hamdalapur, Provost Dixon, Dean Piers, SAF Director Barnett, parents, faculty, and of course, graduating students. Welcome to the first standalone convocation ceremony of the School of Accounting and Finance. At first, I wondered whether being asked to do a commencement address is like being given a Lifetime Achievement Award, a sure sign that your best years are behind you and there's nothing but downhill from here. I've now come to recognize that it is both an honor and daunting. But I can assure you, this will be the best speech ever delivered to a standalone SAF convocation on the 13th of June by someone whose last name is a palindrome. But first to you, the beaming parents. Do you remember when you carried that last box of your child's clothes to that tiny room in the village residence with that feeling of sadness and worry? Important questions racing through your head. Why didn't I teach them how to do laundry? Who will clean their rooms? Can they survive on mac and cheese alone? Will they make friends? And as you said goodbye to your child, closed the car door, and sobbed uncontrollably, you looked over at your spouse, and your wife said, "Hey, let's get the party started." Well, you needn't have worried, parents. After all of the packing, the unpacking, and of course the partying, those children have grown up, blossomed, become independent, developed their own voices, and forged their own identities. And the hard work and the sacrifices you also made have also paid off. Your belief that education was important has been validated, but not just any education, the best education at the best university with the best professors at the best school, UW-SAF. Graduates, you have done it. 4 long years of toiling away have come to an end. This has been a formative experience, not just because of what you studied, but in ways that might not be apparent to you. Perhaps it was here that you experienced your first failed exam that helped you to develop resilience, your first love that caused your heart to soar, challenging work that strengthened your work ethic, unrelenting demands from your profs, the interviews and the extracurricular activities that force you to prioritize and manage your time. Or maybe where you discovered the true meaning of friendship. Those memories, those relationships, that connection to UW will last a lifetime. It wasn't that long ago that I sat where you are sitting, along with 10 other misfits as part of that first SAF graduating class, surrounded by the hundreds of other graduates from the arts faculty. I too remember being gobsmacked as to how quickly 4 years had gone by, and being tormented by conflicting emotions, relief, pride, nervousness, and anxiety about where I wanted to work, what I wanted to do, whether I could pass the CA exam, and how I would perform in the real world. Questions you are no doubt asking yourself today. It is true that the world you are entering is far from perfect. It is complex, uncertain, and changing rapidly with AI, machine learning, quantum computing, mobile, social, big data, IoT technologies, and prize jobs that didn't exist 10 years ago. Yes, it was a different world back in 1985, but I probably felt very much as you are feeling today. And the mistakes I've made in the 33 years since that have taken me from there to here would fill an entire evening, but fortunately for you, I only have 5 minutes. So let me touch briefly on 3 ideas I wish someone had shared with me when I was graduating to reassure you that you have the capabilities and the qualities to persevere in that challenging world. 1, define success in your own way, on your own terms. Early in your career, there will be a greater need to play by the rules of the system and abide by someone else's definition of success. You will be tempted to conform. But success comes in many varieties, and it is not solely measured by money, titles, stature, or material possessions. And it is certainly not measured in professional terms alone, but it is the synchronicity of heart, mind, body, and spirit. When I realized I'd been asking the wrong question and complying with someone else's definition of success, I started to ask different questions. Whose life am I living? Do I feel fulfilled? How do I balance my work and family obligations? Through this self-reflection, I eventually developed my own definition of success as simply having the freedom to choose. What are the questions you will ask yourself to help define success in your terms, to design a life that is meaningful to you? 2, life is not a straight line. Look around and explore the possibilities. As analytical types, we want to map everything out as we check off the milestones on a linear path. My career looks like anything but a straight line, more like an inflated balloon that flits and darts randomly when the air is released. That's because I use 3 questions to guide whether to say yes to an opportunity: volunteer, personal, or professional. Would I have a chance to work with great people? Would I be able to learn and push my personal boundaries? And could I make an impact? There are so many potential career paths. Do not fret if you haven't figured the one to take, because from your vantage point, you cannot see what lies beyond. Every decision you make, every step you take, unlocks a portal, revealing roads that were previously invisible, leading in myriad directions. So remember, there is no universal right path, but multiple paths that might be right for you. Curved, jagged, looping, or faint, these can only be experienced if you open yourself up to the possibilities. 3, humanity above all. In our profession, you will deal with facts and figures, financial statements measuring profit, revenue, costs, and headcount. It was while letting someone go at a company we owned that I learned an important lesson. that behind every number on a spreadsheet is a person, someone with a name, a mortgage to pay, perhaps a sick child or a sick parent, someone who is striving to make ends meet the best that she or he can. The ability to relate to this person, to see them as we are, with distinctive qualities and imperfections, dreams and insecurities, a sense of adventure and a fear of failing. That is to retain your humanity. Compassion and empathy leading to human relationships, it is still what makes us unique and still what artificial intelligence cannot master. We are fortunate to live in Canada, to have attended Waterloo, and to have the potential for economic prosperity. The choice you have in front of you is whether you will use these gifts, time, talent, education, resources, and qualities for something that is bigger than yourself, to create a better world, a more just world, and a more sustainable world. A world anchored by the three pillars I have described: success on your own terms, exploration of the possibilities, and humanity at the core. My wish for you is to enjoy the freedom to choose and to choose well. To the SAF class of 2018, I leave you with the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson: "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Thank you and congratulations.
Good evening. I'm George Dixon. I'm the Vice President, Academic and Provost here at the University of Waterloo. The first thing I would like to do is thank Mr. Aurora Upcar, if I may, for his outstanding comments. And I think probably there's a lot of people could learn from that, and they don't have to be members of the graduating class. Thank you. Would the members of the graduating class please rise as you are able? Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Waterloo that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Please be seated. For those of you that are not up on the traditions of convocation, that was actually the important bit, because that's where you actually got the degree, okay? I would now like to invite Ashay Nitin Pade to come forward and deliver the valedictory address on behalf of the graduates.
Good evening, Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for joining us here on what will undoubtedly be one of the most special days of our lives. It is an honor to speak to you today. I want to start by sharing with you the single greatest piece of advice I have ever heard. It comes from one of the greatest philosophers of our time, Winnie the Pooh. Winnie said, "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem and smarter than you think. I think this quote is the only way to describe this class of graduates. Braver than we believe, stronger than we seem, and smarter than we think. I want to take some time to unpack that thought. I really, truly feel that this class of graduates is braver than we believe. During our time here, we've all been through a lot, and I don't think we take enough time to appreciate just how brave we are each and every day, right from the first day of our first year of university. Most of us left our homes and came to a place where we would be living with complete strangers for the next 8 months. Quite literally the opposite of everything you were taught as a child. We came to a place where we didn't have many friends from high school, if any. That all takes courage. And on that very first day of that very first year, we were pulled into the Modern Languages Theater and delivered an important message. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I think we can all agree there were moments throughout our years where we were uncomfortable. I'd like to share a personal story of one of my most uncomfortable moments. It came as I was preparing to apply to co-op jobs for the first time. I was getting ready to go to a networking event, and I was extremely nervous. I didn't know what to say, and I did not know what I was going to do. Everyone else seemed so excited. I thought I was the only one panicking. And then my roommate pulls me aside and says, "Ashay, relax, breathe. I know you're uncomfortable, but so is everyone else. The recruiters, the other students, everyone. Networking is weird, and everyone's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. But all you have to do is go in there and have a conversation. That's it. Just talk to another human being." He instantly relaxed me and encouraged me to take a risk, to just go in there and have a conversation. And you know what? It worked. I got an interview. I didn't get the job, but I got an interview. It was a step forward in overcoming a fear, a lesson in being brave that I know we've all gone through at one point or another. University is full of uncomfortable moments and intimidating things that we've all overcome through our bravery. So, I say again, we are braver than we believe. My dear friend Winnie also said that we are stronger than we seem, and I agree with him. If there's one word I would use to describe this graduating class, it is resilient. Your time spent as a student is a particularly hard period of your life. Balancing schoolwork with a social life, all while operating on a student budget, dealing with the stress of writing exams in PAC, probably the most intimidating room ever. We've shown an unrelenting desire to push through, to overcome. We are part of the generation changing stigmas around a variety of social issues and engaging in difficult conversations about those issues each and every day. If that isn't showing strength, then I don't know what is. So, Winnie was right. We are stronger than we seem. The third and final part of Winnie's quote was that we are smarter than we think. The fact that we are all sitting here today is evidence enough of just how smart we are. We are on the cusp of graduating from one of the most challenging programs in one of the most diverse faculties at one of the most well-respected schools in the world. That is not nothing. Remember that as you walk across the stage today. You are smarter than you think. I'd like to leave you with some final thoughts. Continue to do what has made you great over the past 4 years. Continue to be brave and take risks. Continue to be strong and overcome adversity when you are faced with it. Continue to be smart about the risks you take, because you must take those risks. You must. You cannot succeed without the risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism. And you cannot read an accounting textbook without the risk of falling asleep. Do what is uncomfortable and scary. You don't have to be fearless. Just don't let fear stop you. Because the question isn't whether you have something to offer the world or if you can change the world. Each and every one of us does and can. The question is how, and whether we're willing to take the risks necessary to do it. I'll end with a quote from Anne Frank. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. So change the world, class of 2018. Change the world. Thank you.
Thank you very kindly, Ashay. Valedictory addresses are not particularly easy to do, and you have done it very well. Thank you. Mr. Vice Chancellor, honored guests, colleagues, participants, it's a great day for Convocation. In fact, any day would be a great day for Convocation. Convocation is perhaps the most rewarding occasion in the life of a university. It evokes our ancient rights, privileges, and duties, and there's a duality about Convocation. On one hand, we are celebrating past accomplishment in the form of degrees. On the other hand, we are anticipating the promise of new beginnings. And there are very few events that you go to that have both of those components embedded in it, and Convocation is one of those. On behalf of our University of Waterloo administration team, I would like to formally thank all of those who have made today possible. To the parents, family, and friends of our graduates, especially those of you who have traveled from afar to be here today, thank you. To the university community for developing these scholars and delivering this outstanding event for our new alumni, thank you. And of course, we acknowledge those who are unable to join us today. I suspect they're very much in our thoughts. Now I'd like to do something a little different. I would ask that all of the graduands remain seated as I invite all of the parents, family, friends, event coordinators, and the band to rise as you are able. Trust me, this will work out, okay? I would like everyone, including the graduates, to look around and wave. People will wave back amazingly, and it's the nature of being a human, okay? Graduates, I would ask that you thank all of those who have made your convocation so special with a round of applause. Please be seated, and thank you. Before we start conferring degrees, I have a few sort of housekeeping notes I'd like to put forward. For guests wishing to take photographs of their graduates, there is a photography area located to the left of the stage, which can be accessed by coming down the aisle, also on the left side of the stage. So folks over there can go along the back and come down, and people from here can move into that area. If you approach this area just before your special graduate is about to proceed across the stage, you can take pictures. Once you have taken the photographs, please return to your seat to allow space for others to take photographs of their special graduates. We award degrees by alphabetical order. Please remember that some students' names begin with an A, which means that others begin with a Z. This is not their fault. I ask that you show respect for your fellow classmates by returning to your seats after you've received your degree and been hooded so that we can all share in the celebration together. Now for the good stuff. We will confer some degrees. I would like to invite Doug Peers, Dean of the Faculty of Arts, to announce graduates' names. Thank you.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Accounting and Financial Management Honors Program. Vera Khalik Ahmed, Samauddin Ahmed, Syed Azam Ahmed. Hannah Jacqueline Albee, Emily Cassandra Allen, Terja Aninda. Asim Ayaz, Sung Woo Baek, Zheng Bao. Alicia Marie Beneteau, Anisha Bandari, Abirami Baratan. Philip Christian Richard Boutin, Tyler David Bulmer, E. Bai Tai. Shannon Campbell, Xiao Zhou, Amanda Carmesino. Abhishek Chakrabarti, Angela Chan, Evelyn Yik Tong Chan. Isabella Carolyn Chan, Catherine Wing Yi Chan, Matthew Chan. Sally Yin Young Chan, Jethro Ho Ting Chow, Roy Wing Man Chow. Zoe Chow, Audrey Lee Chen, Nelson Chen. Kitty Shin Tong Chen, Yunjun Chen, Yifan Chen. Zhuo Ran Chen, Ryan Wing Cheng, Calvin Chak Ming Chong. Ashley Chin Yan Chia, Ivy Chu, Young Woo Cho. Lisa Chow, Stephanie Chow, Ching Chuang. Sydney Esther Louise Colquhoun, Matthew Ryan Costa, Ria Elkesh Desai. Jeffrey Jian Da Ding, Chi Dong, Gregory Paul James Edge. Carolyn Marie Elliott, Mary Frances Escalona, Ming Fang. Robert Fernandez, Jasmine Marie Celeste Ferron, Uptej Paul Fervaha. Anna Folk, Andrew James Fu, Jian Yu Fu. Xu Lin Fu, Tanya Wan Man Feng, Marina Galchinska. Ganitapan Ganeshalangam, Shumin Maggie Gao, Serbi Garg. Alexander Paul Gi, Vinay Giridhar, Hari Nanarharan. Supriya Alamalu Gopalan, Mansi Shalendra Gugali, Tanisha Gunasakara. Syed Muhammad Hamza, Yiyang Hao, Ishwari Haran. Annie Chen, Sandeep Singh here, Eric William Highbine. Nadeem Abbas Hemraj, Vincent Anthony Hong, Stanley Hu. Susan Hu, Kishan Huang, Siwan Huang. Jasmine Hui, Monica Tien Tan Hun, Hyun Huang. Florence Elisa Ip, Mayan Mohammed Ismail, Rita Fatima Jaffrey. Naila Jawahir, Zubair Jawed Kanani, Shuling Ji. Lu Jin, Anissa Neka Christine Julian, Adam Jurgens. Michael Kam, Julian Kaminsky, Safia Kanani. Logan Kang, Jessica Chieko Kawamoto, Musa Khan. Jayun Kim, Sung Yun Kim, Catherine Ann Kish. Gabriella Louise Kish, Catherine Klebeck, Eliza Riley Connings. Harkinwall Kaur Cooner, Ryan Lawrence Korn, Hinel Kamal Kotecha. Apakshita Krishnan, Brent William Kropf, Adis Kwan. Allison Carmen Kwok, Sally Lack, Amanjot Singh Lal. Lillian G.Y. Lam, Vincent Jun Kit Lam, Karen Sin Yi Lau. Matthew Chun Lam Lau, Paula Lei, Jordan Lee. Justin Terrence Lee, Curtis Brendan Lee, Jonathan Lee. Brian Lee, Amy Lee, Shi Leng. Gladys Leung, Polly Pui Yu Leung, Anthony Lee. Beatrix Tui Ying Lai, Emily Lai, Haiti Hei Tung Lai. Jesse Keishan Lai, Kevin Lai, Linda Viola Lai. Jia Chi Liang, Ashley Wei Chun Lim, Julia Wang Lin. Julie Yun Lin, Ang Chi Liu, Rian Liu. Si Yan Liu, Si Yuan Liu, Shu Yan Liu. Yu Liu, Allison Shaw Yun Lo, Alexis Marie Lowater. Sena Chi Hang Ma, Kevin Anthony Macchio, Rio Mary Malagia. Michael Kofi Manu, Susan Lynn May, Minette Carolyn Moronic. Tracy Xiao Kwan Mo, Malcolm Tendukai Mapfuri, Cardigan Murala Tehran. Sumaya Najarali, Sharesh Navne, Alicia Charlotte Eng. Kenrick Eng, Dan Ngoyen, Kim Tran Ngoyen. Jianxi Ning, Navi Nirmalan, Kajol Ori. Ashe Padye, Estelle Jane Reyes Padilla, Rebecca Ann Pilato. Angela Pan, Christopher Pan, Ashish Srinivas Papu. Elliot Taylor Park, Aniket Patel, Hinal Patel. Prem Patel, Raj Patel, Casey Paul. Lotus Paul, Samantha Isabel Pendon, James Edward Farag Plaza. Eva Prakash, Shayanuka Premadatan, Sarah Pring. Paramajan Singh Puri, Daniel Kasimi, Malavika Raghavan. Shakambari Reina, Luke Tilbe Reed, Suhana Kar Ruprai. Chedza Grace Samasuo, Valet Shah, Hamid Nadim Shams. Xiao Wei Xiao, Yubo She, Julia Jinhui Shen. Cheng K Shi, Julia Jia Shi, Su Hyun Shim. Mohammed Talha Siddiqui, Rahul Siramana, Shannon Smith. Aaron Yi Lin So, James Richard Sorensen, Julia Marie Sosterich. Tyler Douglas Strom, Jennifer Sue, Joyce Sue. Eating Sun, Yu Chui Sun, Crystal Mei Yin Sung. Malavika Kalatil Suresh, Amanda Tam, Vernon Yik Yin Tam. Jared Jianwen Tan, Hongjia Tang, Julia Tang. Sayeda Shafak Timizi, Samantha Maria Jong, Anthony Tran. Emily Trong, Calvin Trong, Eunice Wingman Tung. Lugin Appel, Faisal U Remen, Elizabeth Lynn Vachon. Carissa Emma Vanda Wege, Isaac Louise Versailles, Danur Vidge. Robert Bogernich, Howard Hui Fang Y, Damon Manhei Wan. Alan Choling Wang, Royals Huyu Wang, Stacy Michelle Weber. Aaron Wong, Anson Ho Yuen Wong, Calvin Ka Wong. Louis Ming Kit Wong, Matthew Yin Hei Wong, Serena Wong. Alda Wu, Alice Wu, Christopher Wu. Jiling Wu, Vivian Wing Yin Wu, Jerry Wu. Wilson Wu, Echo Wu, Kirsten Shi. Ansi Shea, Sean Hei Chuan Shu, Henry Shui. Lucy Shu, also the recipient of the Faculty of Arts for Distinguished Academic Achievement Award in Accounting and Financial Management Studies. Koi Yan, Yu Yao Yan, Jin Yang. Dong Yo Yuo, Shui Han Hannah Yao, Christopher Yao. Monica Yuen Shan Yui, Alexander John Yu, Pei Chi Yu. Run Nan Yu, Davis Rui Zhan, Michael Zhang. Samantha Jian Yu Zhang, Shihao Zhang, Yu Chi Zhang. Kevin Zhao, Beiying Zheng, Di Chang Zheng. Doris Zheng, David Zhou, Grace Zhou. Jack Zhou, Vicky Zhou, Sophie Zhu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite Deborah Kraft, Director, Master of Taxation Program, School of Accounting and Finance, to the podium.
Thank you. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Taxation. Ning Ai, Alexander Albarelli, Sen Hao. Ziqiang Chen, Min Chiang, Patricia Marie Contreras. Aileen Ji, Mithunan Kanapathe, Li Wei Yi Lai. Kevin Ludina, Megan Lunenberg, Daniel Mon. Lisa Key, Yiwei Shen, Ling Ming Tang. Rupneet Kaur Thandi, Angel Z Yi Tong, Zhengbu Wu. Jingya Shun, Ya Wei Zhu, Anastasia Sulalwick. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Kai Chen. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who were unable to be present at today's convocation.
I confer these degrees in absentia.
I now invite Michael Robson, alumnus, to the podium.
Vice Chancellor, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen. Convocation is an exciting time as we celebrate the incredible accomplishments of our graduates. During spring convocation, we recognize the recipients of the prestigious Alumni Gold Medal that is awarded to the most distinguished undergraduate student from each faculty. The Alumni Gold Medal signifies an incredible accomplishment that we recognize each recipient for in the presence of their peers whom have shared their journey from celebrated student to esteemed alumnus. Graduates, while your status today changes from student to alumnus, your relationship with the University of Waterloo should only grow as this remarkable institution works to support and celebrate your personal and professional successes. As a proud Waterloo alumnus, I speak from personal experience when I tell you that this chapter in your life provides you with an exciting opportunity to engage with the university and its global network of alumni in a new way. Staying connected will provide you with meaningful and beneficial results. On behalf of my fellow Waterloo alumni, welcome to the exclusive Alumni Club. Vice Chancellor, as a graduate of the university's Faculty of Arts with a Bachelor of Arts in Speech Communication, I am honored to present to you the 2018 recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal for Outstanding Academic Achievement in an undergraduate program, Kim Tran Nguyen. I now invite Feridun Hamdalapur, President and Vice Chancellor, to address Convocation.
Thank you, Mike. How are we doing with time? I have 35 minutes, right? Michael welcomed you to the family of University of Waterloo alumni, but I didn't quite hear the cheer and excitement. Let's welcome to the class of 2018 again. You heard some wonderful, absolutely wonderful speeches from various people. Do I have anything further to add? I guess I do. Not too long, though. The sun is still out there. There's a lot of celebrations to be made. And however, as I look at you, I can't help thinking 4 or 5 years back when I had the pleasure of welcoming you to the University of Waterloo. Probably I met some of you as well when you brought your students there. At that time, as was mentioned earlier, you had a little bit of anxiety. This is probably was the first time that they started thinking independently, living independently from home. And you, as a brand new University of Waterloo student or a university student, you had a little bit of anxiety. At the same time, you perhaps didn't know that I was anxious as well. We were anxious. You know why? We knew that we were getting absolutely brilliant students. I had no doubt. Your credentials were fantastic. You could have gone to any university you wanted. You chose to come and study at the University of Waterloo. That was a big deal for us. What would you do with a group of excellent students who are coming to study at the University of Waterloo? What is it that we could add further to their education? That was the cause, that was the root cause of our anxiety. At that time, however, again, if you may recall, I said, I want you to make me a promise. And the promise was that I will meet you here after 4 or 5 years at your convocation. Thank you for keeping your promise. You did great, absolutely great. Yes. Every time I spoke to, I met many of you, you inspired me. You continued inspiring me as you crossed the stage. I asked you all kinds of questions. What are you going to do? And what was the best course? You're going to do some amazing things. And I was so glad that at least 2 of you said you liked your finance course. The world out there is very exciting. It has so many opportunities, but again, as was beautifully articulated by Mr. Aurora, it has many challenges as well. This is what I hope we prepared you for. Your marks are excellent, your achievements are excellent, but this university, we are very proud to have been the most innovative university in this country for 26 years in a row. We hope that we also gave you that innovative spirit, that you see yourself in a leadership position, that again it was articulated, that you do not follow the path that's already been followed. You are establishing your own path, whatever it may be. There are so many great opportunities, great challenges. I am not discouraged by those challenges. I'm not even worried about them because I know that the University of Waterloo graduates are going out there and you're going to make this world a better world. Thank you so much for spending the past 4 or 5 years of your fantastic, valuable life with us. Thank you so much for helping them choose University of Waterloo. The only other thing I will ask of you is to remain engaged with your university. We will be following your progress with great pride. I want you to do the same thing for your alma mater. Watch our progress with pride. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us this evening again. Ladies and gentlemen, the convocation is now adjourned.